Tonight we're going to talk about the healing to the Tao. Tao practice back to very long time, and most people will expose to like Tai Chi, Qigong, acupuncture, herbology, and all kind of other kind of healing. And my expert in this is alchemy part. The inner alchemy start from the transforming our negative energy. So usually we are always talking about the stress. Okay, and stress is one thing that in our life every day now. We have so many things schedule, and information and more information. And now there have been a lot of study that the brain, our mind, our brain, actually itself, 95% of the brain are used to control, maintaining the action of the body and organ, and everything have to run by the brain. Okay, but now we are using our brain 95% outside, or sometimes more than that. Okay, and left nothing else for the brain to control the body, to regulating the body. The mind too much out. So if we just learn how a very simple thing, how to turn inwardly, and we can start from the stress into more energy, or we call stress into vitality way. In the Western, that means for the East, many traditions always talking about how to turn inwardly, meditation, quiet your mind, all these things. The West actually have a very clear-cut understanding, but they don't have a very practical, but they file a problem, and they give us, we give you a pill, easier, okay? When you have a problem, you take a pill, simple, okay? So this one I compile together with we compile them with the Western way and the Eastern way. Actually the same, no different. Only now you understand why. So the stress. So now we'll try to do two things tonight. We're going to do a very simple way to go through the stress and change it. Very simple. If you understand this, and you can do it. The next thing, when we stress, the first step we get when you're too much stressed, the next thing we get a cramp. And now we started to understand more about this abdominal area. Okay? And the Taoism been talk about the Dantian, mean the abdominal area, long time. And the West started to discover this as a second brain. And now they know that exactly this second brain, actually, when they discover the second brain, the West also don't know exactly how. The East also don't know what is behind, but there's something running this digestion, absorption, elimination. There's something running it, because you have a group of organs. You have the teeth. You have the teeth. You have the saliva, and you have the tongue, all involved with digestion. So somebody have to conduct them. Okay. Now when the food come down to before the food come, if we chew well, something have to tell the brain, sweet taste, sour taste. So the brain have to tell the stomach, tell the liver, actually tell another brain. We call the second brain now, we know. And the West discovered this second brain. It's very interesting that and they give them another entire brain. They call the number 79. This is another new organs. And actually behind the whole digestion, absorption, and elimination. And when we do the organ massage, that's what we have this week, 4 days. There's a whole certification course. It's the organ massage. And this organ massage actually is one brain. Control the digestion, absorption, control the digestion, absorption, and elimination. It's like a conductor that telling when to do what time to do what to do it. And that is the organ that they mercenary, that they discover that. And when they discover this, now this one in the West discovered that this abdominal area has so incredible because it's so much, because in what we're taking a food, digest them to make energy, absorb to be energy. So there's a lot of work. So the whole digestion, absorption, elimination is so big. And they need a separate brain to control them. Now, the Chi Nei Chang that we learn, we always, when you touch, we should have time to everybody, I guide you to every touching your dummy, okay? And you're going to be amazed at how much problem inside there. Okay, amazing. So this technique of healing we call Chi Nei Chang. And and they discover that a lot of problem that people have is come from this dialector, a conductor. Okay? And sometimes they twist it. Sometimes they twist. And when they twist, when you touch them, it seems like no organ, but something twisted that's behind that. And now they talk about that. When it twisted, all the blood supply will be cut off. Because all the blood supply are regulating by this brain. And it cut off, and if not corrected, people die. But in my study with my master, that when people have twist one, get very high blood pressure. Twist two, more high blood pressure. Twist three, usually we call stroke. Yeah, because this one twist, and that is when we touch, we know that it twists. If we cannot correct them, the stroke happen. But people, when they're very stressed, this one's cramp. And you get a stomach cramp, and you get indigestion, blow up, all kind of problem, all creating by these organs. And this organ is behind all the, so behind holding the whole intestine, because intestine is very big, and holding the from the stomach, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, and spleen, and the small intestine, large intestine. And each one is very important to us. Just from this one alone, we're going to have more than 10 experts. Okay. Specialists in the liver, and specialists in the stomach, specialists in small intestine, specialists in large intestine. We have all kinds of specialists for that. Just this organ alone. And this one, the number one, is the first one that responding to the stress. Yeah. And stress, we have no way to avoid them. Okay. So this organ this is another whole brain, and this very similar with the upper brain, and they're connecting together. So now let's talk about this one, what most people know. We know the sympathetic, we call fight and fight response, okay? And we have the another part, when you so much stress, good stress we need, get up, move this, move that, do this, do that. But when you continue stretching, and we forget it, too stressed. Like you step on the gas and you run and you run and you run and run faster. What if you don't slow down, you're going to break. Okay? But sometimes we cannot slow down and we break. Okay? So that's why the way we're going to learn is now when we have too much stress, when you stress too long to one level, it freezes. It freezes down. And when you stress continue on, disassociated, everything becomes fall apart. Yeah. And we don't know. But once you learn a very simple, we call inner smile and creating cycle, now you understand it. Why? Why? Oh my God, I'm too much stress. Now, but the other way, it always starts with rest. So when you want to rest, it's beginning always by smile. So the Tao discovered this inner smile 4,000-5,000 years ago. And it's very simple, smile down. And the most important part is smile down into the organs. That's all. You have to hold the image because humans are so much grow up with image. A statue, a temple, a church, a mob, a building, a statue, okay? So when we smile or we just blank the mind, it's different thing, okay? So in the Tao practice, we call energy meditation. Multiply more energy, creating more energy, because everybody needs energy. And that's what we are do. So if you understand, not only sit there and blank your mind for nothing, yes, you feel calm, but the whole purpose is not there. So now, when you learn how to smile, and you started to have rest, and it start digestion, very important. The most important part is start digestion. And when you have digest and you have feeding, that means absorb the blood, absorb the nutrition, and carry and feeding to the cells. And breathing and breathe, it started to develop and creating more new cells. So you see these two parts, big difference, okay? Now, if you see this again, this is much more clear, okay? This is sympathetic here, sympathetic. And this is parasympathetic. Always start with smile. The eye, changing your eyes. If you change your eyes by just inner smile, just smile, a real genius smile, okay? Not a salesman smile, okay? The real smile is you feel it. Very important part, the mouth lightly lift up. That's it. That's it. Very gentle, lightly lift up. Now, if you see very carefully, if you started to, in the stress part, your eye big and like angry part, the eye so big, but when you smile, your eye dim down and slow down. Now, when you smile and relax, the saliva started to secretion saliva, sweet and fragrant. Now, but when you stress, your secretion stop and your mouth become dry and bitter. Now the heart beats, when you are stressed, the heart beats very fast. When your heart beats so very fast, the small intestine started to affect it. Because in the body, when we are stressed, they always think that, hey, I'm in war. I'm fighting in war. So fight and fight response. And that is what, oh, okay, in war now. So everybody are so nervous and so tight. Now digestion is slowed down or stopped. When you're fighting a war, the next thing what we get? Famine, no food. Because nobody going to grow anything. And the whole thing, you cannot have, you have big problem for that. No bread, nothing, nobody have food. Because nobody make food, everybody go to war. So when you slow down, the heartbeat slow and the small intestine movement and the exhausting. Now, this is important. When you are stressed, very stressful, the stress will inhibit and all the movement of the stomach and the secretion. Okay, so the secretion will slow down, or non-secretion. But this one, the whole key is, I said, this is what the West exactly right, and now we understand it a lot more. If you really hold the image of the stomach and you smile to the stomach, and you really see a big difference, okay? You see the stomach moving and started to have secretion and started to move to digest food. This is important, okay? So I said, when I learned this one from my master very emphasized me, you have to see the organ and smile to them because it's your organs. That is 2,000 years ago, they tried to draw our organ. And you look at it, you laugh, you know. Nowadays you have 1,000 times better anatomy than what they have here. Okay, so it look like leaf, you know, and the lung look like leaf and everything this is how they think that how organ look like. Okay, and when I show him the real anatomy, he said, this is very good, you know. And that time very expensive, you know. The anatomy book is very expensive. And since that time, I'm very, very like anatomy. And I spend time study and look at it. And really, you make a big difference. If you believe that your brain have the nervous system connecting with the organ, and if you believe that the organ and the brain have nervous system connect, the heart have blood vessel going to every organs, eye is always holding an image. We see something, it reflects in the brain, and we started to relating it. Nowadays for us to picture the organ is very, very easy, you see, and it's very simple because there are so many images all around. So that's very simple that we can really see all these organs. Now, when you understand the organ, so now you understand, you see the organs. And when you close your eyes, first thing, you believe the brain and the heart have connection to the organ. You think about it, it makes connection. And you hold the image and you smile toward it, now you're in touch with the organ. If you believe that, it happens. Now, when you smile into the organ, it changes them. And that's why I'm teaching this 40 years, and I see big result on people. Just learn how to smile to their organs. We have many psychology now, a lot. In Germany, we have more and more. In America, more and more. And I just talked to Lee. He's a psychology now. And he see the result when you do consult. And all you have to do is get the people to smile to their organ and do a sound. When people are the mind so much out, very hard to consult. But you just take them one or simple organ to turn inwardly. Now when they started to turn inward themselves, now when you consult them, the result is double. So you're very successful on that. because I talked to him that this is the way. Okay, you combine psychology with the healing Tao, with the inner smile, with the seeking sound, the result is very great. Okay, so the organ. So now we see that. Now the next thing, the lungs. When we smile, the lungs. When we stress, the lung breathe very fast. Now last intestine. So when you're in war, the whole body has to stop everything. Everything amazing you see. Now, when you breathe slow, the last intestine starts to eliminating food. So when you relax mind to the lung and last intestine, the last intestine started to eliminating the waste material. Now the next thing is amazing, is the bladder. Okay? The bladder, so the bladder and kidney. Actually, the Chinese really emphasize on the bladder. And the whole bladder meridian is big, all along the spinal cord. Okay? And now, why? Because when we stress, the bladder expansion. Why? When bladder expansion, it tells the kidney stop filtering. Because I am at war, I have no time to go pee-pee, you know. That is the first step. So bladder expand, so whatever remain that the kidney still filtering remain, it coming down, so it accumulate more urine. And after that, the kidney stop. So if you stress for a long time, you stress for a few hours, the kidney slow down filtering or not filtering very efficiency. Now what you do, the blood are dirty. And what you do, you're very tired, exhausted. Okay, very tired and exhausted. Now, and when you smile and relax to the bladder, now the bladder contract. Now you want to go to pee. Okay? And the kidney start to filter. So all these things is the Western discover that. But all they do is, okay, take a pill when you stress. They don't have a solution for that. They don't know what to do with it. They know that, hey, this is what happened. Okay? If you stress, okay, take a stress pill. So now we have stress pill, you know, very popular out here, okay? Now, when we are very stressed, the other relaxation, you don't have it, okay? Adrenaline gland secretion a lot adrenaline. Yeah. Now, when you're stressed, very stressed, the liver take the conserved energy, turn them into glucose to give energy to all the cells for fighting. But in the other way, when you relax, the liver and gallbladder started to secretion, bile, help the stomach digestion. So you see the big difference on here? You see that? When you stress, what happened? And when you learn how to smile inwardly and smile to the organ and relax, and you see the whole digestion, absorption, elimination happen. But on the stress side, you don't have that. Digestion, absorption, elimination all slow down or stop. It depending how long stressed you are. So when people so stressful for a while, oh, I cannot take it anymore, you know. So now, but the job, the salary, the position. So people, what happened? Stress out. So now the problem of the West is that chronic fatigue syndrome. And all come from the adrenal gland not adrenal gland alone. The whole digestion they don't digestion and don't give you a food supply. And don't exhaust and you have no energy to give to the cells. But you still have to fight the war. If you're ongoing fighting in the war and no food, what happens? You're going to lose the war. You have no food, you're going to lose the war. So people get sick because of this. They stress. So now a very simple that we're going to do is a simple turning a stress. Is the inner mind. So the inner mind, you see, if you look at the Mona Lisa, so when you walk, you really see that her eye always follow you, and her eye is smiling. You see, this is the inner smile. It's just smiling a little bit, and her mouth is up. It's very important. The mouth is slightly up, not a big mouth, not a big smile. And you look at this part, the mouth. This is her mouth. It's slightly up. It's very important that the mouth. So this is the real, because when you smile in the eye, and your mouth slightly up, and now you turn inwardly. It's just a simple training, and now you're smiling down to your throat, to the thyroid, parathyroid, to the thymus, and you're smiling down. When you smile down to your mouth, the first thing you get is saliva coming out. And you relax and smile, the saliva coming out. But when you just notice when you're so much stressed, your mouth is dry. And when you dry for a while, your mouth is bitter, sour or bitter. But when you smile for a while, relax, smile, now the saliva come out are more sweet. And now you are in relaxing. You smile out to the heart, and the small intestine go together, and in the absorption. And when you smile down, so we follow we call a creating cycle. So this inner smile, because you are turning, this is very important, you are turning your mind into you. Because the supposed to be 80 to 90% of the brain is regulating the body function. This is what the job the brain do. Yes. And you see all the animals in the physical part, they are much stronger than us. But in thinking, the brain is smart, too far away from us, Okay. But they are so much smart. They are so much in physical, because their brain entirely just very little part for memory, for something only. But the rest of them are control. So we call the reptilian brain is very big. We have a big reptilian brain when we are monkey. We're like monkey. Okay. So this one is flat down. This one is flat. Here it go this way flat, because this forehead we don't have it. And so you look at the bone of the older people, it's just like monkey, because this is flat. And this reptilian brain is very big. And this reptilian brain plus this high brain control all the activity in the body. This is what they are. Okay. But now when we have this one, we take all the function in business, in doing things, we study. So now everyone is mobile. So our mind nearly whole day is 95% out, and we don't have one moment turn inwardly. Now when you have no one moment, the most important thing in our life is digestion and absorption and elimination. Yes or no? You work so hard for what? To have a good meals. Yes or no? We have restaurants so much everywhere, food selling everywhere. Why? We work so hard. Just have money to buy some food. And nowadays we have very high soul food, restaurant, very expensive. We're going to do a very simple part we call the spinal cord breathing. And we get a very deep, because human consists of 70% of water. And the whole spinal cord is the fluid floating. We call the spinal cord fluid flow. So the down for 1,000 years. There is 3,000, nearly 2,500 years. They draw this map down about the flow of the energy. So this is the flow. So the whole flow of the fluid in the spine. And you have to move them. So that's why they're making, turning the water wheel. So turning the water wheel is like a pump, the whole spinal cord. So very simple, you curve your back and you tilt your back like this. Okay, so inhale, we go like this. Your chest expands, but your tailbone go to the back. Okay? And when you exhale, you flatten down your chest and flatten down your stomach and curve your back round on the back. You make your back round and you tuck your sacrum to the front. Now, you sink your chest and inhale, expansion. You put the scapula together. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Feel you breathing into your spinal cord. Exhale. Cloudy gray color out. Inhale, golden light into your spine. Smile. Smile, very important. Think about your brain, think about the small brain, think about the spine. Smile to the whole spine. Smile. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Now let's sit down. Now, when you sit, very important, you're sitting on the sitting bone, okay? And you learn how to rock from the sitting bone. Now they design more of the thing that no back here, okay? Very simple. We call a dragon tails because this tail is very important. You have all the nervous system go down to the sacrum and coccyx. And so this one we call a dragon tails. And all you do, if you move your tail and shake your head, that alone, you will remove your cranial and sacrum pump. That's it, the pump. So you see this one, all you do is move your tail. So you feel your tail vibrating like a dragon, because swimming dragon. Vibrating, you think you have a tail and you move the tail. On the coccyx and the sacrum coccyx, move the tail. And your whole spine vibrating and your head moving. And when you feel like a dragon come on, now your head vibrating like this. Actually, a fish. So we call the Chinese, they are so fond with dragons. So everything is dragon. So the dragon tail, okay? So you sit and you just shake your tail and your whole spine and the head vibrating like that, okay? And anytime you sit on too long, why? The fluid don't flow. When the spinal cord fluid don't flow, the first thing what you get? Exhausted and tired. That's the first thing you get. Because the brain and the nervous system cannot get enough nutrition to feed them. And the brain, amazing. When the brain give order, it runs faster than lightning. You know, you think about the small toe and you move small toe, you go there. You see. So when people train to be the sport people, the tennis, in a second, they hit a ball 150 miles per hour. And the other guy have to receive the 150 kilometer as the speed. And their speed is very fast. And all the body muscle have to be fired by the brain, incredible speed to receive the ball. So you see that the brain and the nerve firing the we call microcurrent, how fast. Okay? If you don't get the spinal fluid, right, you're so tired. Your brain's so tired. So what we do, we're depending too much in a stimulant drink. Okay? We have to have something to stimulate us, or we call to fool the body, crying wolf. To fool the body, give us a reserve energy. Reserve energy only for emergency. The body reserve them for when you have very emergency, they come out and save your life. But we fool them every day. And you cry wolf every day. When the real wolf come, what happens? No energy. The wolf eat you now. Okay, so shake it. Shake it loose, okay? And after you shake for a while, you can be internalized. So make it very internalized. And that's why I have the ball and I got to take back home, I like it, And you sit, it's so comfortable because you have nowhere to lean, you're going to fall. It's a whole big ball, but they make it very thick so you can sit. The normal ball, you cannot sit. The ball that we do exercise one is too thick, too thin. Okay, this is thick. And you sit on and you just rock. You rock and you do. You can do writing, reading. Your Now, the first step, smile in your eyes. Smile in your eyes. Okay? Now, lift up the corner of the mouth. Smiling down into your mouth. Feel your mouth nice and cool. Nice and cool. When you feel your mouth nice and cool, you calm. And the saliva coming out. Okay? The saliva started to secretion and come out. The saliva. Your tongue slightly up behind the teeth, upper part of the teeth. And you feel it's sweet and fragrant. And you still can keep your spine very gentle rocking in your sitting bone. Human have sitting bone, animal don't have. Okay? Because they don't sit like us. Human know how to sit, So rock from the sitting bone, not rock from the shoulder, not this way, this way. Yeah, from the sitting bone only. Because every whole body are stacked on sitting bone. If you rock the sitting bone, everything upper part are rocking. Okay, and you smile to your spine. There's the first thing is smile to your brain, left brain, right brain, your small brain, and your spine. You smile. You smile to your spine. And feel very comfortable. Very nice and comfortable. This is the first key. If your spinal cord comfortable, relax and energy flow, now you can do things very easy. You can turn more inwardly. We call it when you feel good, you want to turn in. When you feel bad, you're going to run away from the body. That's what the people do. Anytime turn inside, hatred, angry, jealousy, envy, frustration, all inside. So that's why the next thing you have to clear them out. So next thing, you hold your hand near your heart. A very simple part is the heart all you have to remember very simple thing. The heart store love, joy, happiness. That's all. Simple. If you are looking for that, are you? If you're looking for that, that's all. Very simple, huh? All you have to do, just smile to that. You know this shop selling love, joy, happiness, you go to the right shop, you get it. Right? But we are running and looking for outside. Outside. แม็กบอกเขาเอาน้ำมาด้วยน้ำมากิน so smile. Hold your hand near your heart. Smile. Now the first thing we know the heart here. And you smile to the heart, hold the heart, image of the heart, and smile to the heart. Smile to the heart. And when you smile to the heart, you feel love, joy, happiness come out. That's all. If you are looking for that. If you don't looking for that, it's okay. Don't have to smile to the heart. If you don't want love, joy, happiness. Okay. So look for somewhere else. Okay. But if you really want love, joy, happiness, smile to your heart, you 100% get it. Very simple, huh? Very simple. So once you love, joy, happiness, smiling, now another thing happened by itself. Sometimes people don't believe that you have that. So I always compare the heart. The heart, once you're smiling for a while, the heart, the love, joy, happiness, like is shining and radiance out. So very important feel. The heart shining and radiance. Shining and radiance. And if you say, it's just like Wi-Fi. A router of Wi-Fi. You turn on your Wi-Fi, you turn on, that's all. And when you turn on, this Wi-Fi make to connection with unconditional love above, that's all. So it's shining radiant out, boom, it connect. Because you already programmed to connect in the heart. That's, if you smile and you shining radiant, it look, so the heart is built to connect. Connect to other people and connect into the unconditional love. Why we need to connect with unconditional love? Because it can multiply the love. Unconditional love can multiply our love, joy, and happiness. That's all. Okay? If you remember that, you already have. You don't have to do anything. If you feel your heart shining and radiance, now it multiplies. When it multiplies, what you can do? Now you're shining and radiant this love into the other organs. And it multiplies and multiplies. The whole key in this inner smile and creating cycle is multiply more love, more joy, more happiness. Now a lot of negative and stress started to go away. Don't keep on solving the problem, but creating more good, love, joy, happy. Now it's going to dissolve a lot of negative, hatred, angry, impatient, hastiness, stress. They just go out. That's all. Okay? So, now, more love, more joy, more happiness, shining radiance. Smile more, radiance more. And connecting to unconditional love. If you believe you already programmed to make a connection from the heart. So when your Wi-Fi, the heart Wi-Fi turn on, it make a connection. And when the heart receives the unconditional love, it multiplies more love, joy, happiness. When you feel that, you feel your heart fill up with so much joy and happiness. Now, the small intestine. So move your hand down. Now hold the image of the small intestine. You know the location and you smile into the small intestine and you use your hand, rub them and spiral. So the small intestine go along with the heart. And when you bring the love, joy, happiness down to the small intestine, it can multiply more. Because small intestine is empty. Okay? It's empty. When you have more empty, that means after meal, you don't feel too much blow off. Now, the energy can multiply in the small intestine. So you spiral and feel nice, warm, and love, joy, happy, appreciation, unconditional love are multiplied more in your small intestine. Now the Tao really emphasizes that the fire, when you burn and when it cool down, it becomes ashes. And the ashes, we always say that it becomes the earth, become the soil, okay, become the earth. So we call fire creating earth. Okay. So that means that earth, when the fire burn and cool down, it becomes earth. It creating more energy, more earth for the spleen, pancreas, stomach. So we come up to the spleen and pancreas on the left hand side. Okay. Now all you do, hold the image of the spleen and the stomach. The spleen and pancreas and the stomach. The stomach is multiplied. When you have empty stomach, the empty organ can multiply the energy. Okay? The full organ, we call yin, can activate the energy, and the empty organ can multiply the energy. So when you are aware of the spleen, pancreas, and you feel the love, joy, happiness wrap around the spleen, pancreas, and stomach, hold the image of it. Hold the image of it. And now, hold the image of it. Now, when you feel your spleen, hold the image and smile to it and believe you already make connection. That's all. The whole key is you make connection with your organ. Okay? Your mind have to make connection with it. The heart have to make connection, and the eye have to make connection with it. Now you are really into the organs. The whole key is you have to into the organ. And when you're in the organ, if you smile to the spleen, what you're going to make the spleen doing? The spleen and the pancreas started to do the secretion to help the stomach digest. That is the whole key. No digestion, we don't have food supply. No food supply, we're going to be running down and we're going to be fall apart. You see? Now, we multiply the energy in the stomach. And you wrap around the stomach. And you feel the stomach can multiply more love, more joy, more happiness. Humans are so good with multiplying. That's it. Okay? Yeah, we are so good in multiply anything. Okay? From one tree we make big plantation, you know. From one fish we grow them to be one chicken. From an egg we have thousand and thousand chicken laying egg. We are so good in multiply. And this, the whole practice, if you really experience, you have to experience yourself. And once you experience yourself, you say, oh my God, I have so much energy inside me, but I never multiply them. Okay? You have a chick, you have a hen, and you have no rooster. You're not going to multiply. So you have to have pair organs, and you move them around, and they are multiply. Okay? So the stomach multiply more love, more joy, more happiness. You feel it. You smile, holding the image of the stomach, and feel it multiply more love, joy, happy. When you wrap them around the organs, is healing. It heals. That's all. It heals. Now, come up to the metal. When you have more metal, it condenses into metal. When you have more earth, it condenses into metal. Okay, that's how the Chinese concept like that, and they have a practice for that. That's all. So now, the lung is regarding like a metal thing. So you smile to your lung. Inhale, exhale. Lung is the biggest elimination of waste. 95% of the waste material go out from the lungs. Another few percent of major waste go up to the kidney. That's the second elimination. And the last one is the stool. Okay? So the lung, if we don't move bowel movement, we maybe can live for 1 week. If you don't urine for 3 days, we die. If we don't breathe, how long we last? We hold all the CO2 inside our body, how long we last? Few minutes. So the lung is the biggest elimination. Okay? Very big, very important. And if you learn how to just, when you sit, you're tired, don't right away drink coffee. Do a few breathing before you want to reach for coffee. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, expand because the CO2 are too much in your system. Exhale, CO2 out, let go, let go, let go. Inhale, exhale. Now, here is the connection of the lung and the last intestine. Here, last intestine. Okay, and so you smile to your lungs. Feel love, joy, happiness wrap around your lungs. Love, joy, happiness. Love, joy, happiness. Now when you feel a lot of energy multiply, you can multiply in the last intestine. So you're coming down. Hold the image of the last intestine. We have ascending column and transverse column. Transverse column. Descending column. Descending. Okay. Descending column. So you move your hand like this spiral around. Feel love, joy, happiness wrap around the last intestine. And last intestine can multiply more energy. And to the descending column and the sigmoid column. So knowing your organs, holding the image and smile to it, is so clear now. Okay? With the Western anatomy, with the Eastern practice, if you understand both together, now, hey, it works. It works like that. Okay? Now, the next one, kidney. So, kidney cover on the back of your cover your back here, on your back, and smile to your kidney. Smile to your kidney. hold the image and know the location, and feel your brain connect, your heart connect, and smile toward the kidney. Now, feel you wrap around the kidney with love, joy, happiness. Hold your hand in front of you, on the below there, where the bladder are. The bladder. The bladder is right in near your pubic bone. Hold your hand and smile to the bladder. The bladder are very connection into the prostate gland and the uterus. So when you smile to the bladder and you relax, actually when you relax, the outcome of the end of the relaxation is arousal. So this is what the West discovered that, So the outcome of the relaxation in parasympathetic is stimulate the sexual arousal. Now the outcome, especially for men, the outcome of the stress when you make love is what? Arousal and ejaculation. That means you feel orgasm. You see, stimulate orgasm and ejaculation. So that's why we said when men are very stressful and make love, boom, ejaculation. We call what? Premature ejaculation. If you learn how to smile and relax, you have arousal, more orgasm, and more orgasm, and much longer arousal. Arousal, when you learn alchemy, this is a major portion of inner alchemy portion. It's very important. It's the most important energy for the alchemy to make any alchemy practice. Without this arousal, no practice, no alchemy transformation. Because arousal is energy. And when you arousal up to orgasm, it's a very important energy. And all the business in the world, nearly 90% of the business in the world is what? Based on when you say, oh, eye open. In lady, they say, when you are, oh, eye open, vagina open. Yeah. Oh, Now, the sexual energy aroused. And the sexual energy run out and combine with the sexual, with the advertising. So what they get? Huh? They get you to empty your pocket. Yeah. That's how all the business. It make you feel aroused. Oh my God. We call our sexual what? Temptation. Sexual what? Desire. So all the business, if they can make people feel sexual desire, and the sexual energy have to go out, combined with the advertising that they try to make, now they get you. In olden time, they all use sex. Very sexy face, sexy breast, sexy whatever, to do advertising. It's sometimes it's advertising something about beautiful, sexy woman and standing on side with the product and it sells. Okay, why? It's sexual desire. Now, sexual energy is very important energy. Okay. Now, in the whole Tao practices, you either lose the sexual energy or either you're gaining back the sexual energy. We call orgasmic upward draw up. Or orgasmic outwards pour out. Now you keep the way into sexual temptation. You lose your sexual energy. That's what the whole business are in the world. 90% of the world is depending on sexual desire. That now when you feel arousal, this is energy. Now it's amazing, you have to feel that. You're holding your bladder, and when you smile and you feel a lot of energy in your bladder, and it spread down into your sexual organ, and when you feel arousal, now all you do is simple. You use your mind to bring this energy up into the bladder. It seems like, the sexual energy go right in because it decides to do that way. That's all. It just decides to do that. Okay. So, like a boy, when at night when the bladder are full, it press on the sexual organ, and the sexual organ election, and that is they want the pee, because the bladder are pressing on the sexual organ. Okay. So when you smile and you feel the energy go down, spread out to the sexual organ, and when you feel some kind of sexual arousal, you bring this sexual energy, just simple, bring up to the bladder. You feel something, hey, like you put something into the bag. That's all. Very simple. You feel it. Okay? When you feel some arousal in a Tao say, you multiply your sexual energy. From 1 unit, you multiply to 10 units. And when you have more arousal, you multiply into 100 units of sexual energy. So sexual energy can be multiplied, and heart, loving energy can multiply. And now the other organs are depending on all this heart and sexual organ multiply and helping them multiply more energy themselves. You see the point? So when you feel the sexual energy aroused and a lot of energy in the bladder, we move up to the liver. And you spiral in the liver and gallbladder. And feel. So kidney belong to water, and liver we compare them like wood elements. So if you put water into the wood growing up, and eventually you grow up and you planting them like a big forest. And now when you have a lot of wood, you chop the wood down, and now you put them to the heart, and it becomes fire and burning more fire. So come up to the heart and burning more fire again. More fire, more fire. So one round. Now when you go down to the small intestine again, it multiply. It multiply more. Now to the spleen, pancreas, multiply more. And to the stomach. To the lungs, the metal, condense more and multiply more in the large intestine. And to the kidney, and it multiply more in the bladder. More sexual energy aroused. And you have to experience it. You just bring the sexual energy into the bladder, and now you hold the sexual energy there. Okay? And now the energy more multiply. Finally, you back to the liver, gallbladder, and to the heart. Okay. And just rest for a moment. You do this, you are in a very, very calm state, and your body organs are multiplying. Your body organs are multiplying. You feel warm, energy, double and triple. Rest. How are we doing, everybody? Can you feel your organ more now? Very important. I tell you, once you master this simple of the inner smile and multiply energy, you started to see you have more energy. Okay? Human, when we have lesser energy, we use more energy outside, and we always want to steal other people's energy, or we try to drain other people's energy. So that's why we become a draining energy society. You drain on me, I drain on you, and everybody keep on draining each other, and we have no way to go out. Too much draining of each other. But we forget that we can creating our own energy more. So the whole key is the heart energy can be multiplied. And the second major key is the sexual energy can be multiplied. You see, these two energy very key work. You have to experience that. So when you experience the heart, love, joy, happiness, more coming out, now you understand that, hey, the heart can be multiplied. And when you smile into the bladder, and you spend some time until you smile, and suddenly you feel some kind of feeling into the sexual organ, and you smile and relax the sexual organ, and you feel the sexual arousal. Now, when the sexual arousal is the energy. It's the energy. So energy, no form. Energy has no form. Okay? When energy have no form, what do you have to do? You have to give them a form. And where is the form? The bladder. Okay? So when you feel some kind of feeling, a sexual arousal feeling, if you relax, sexual arousal comes. And that's what the Western discovered that. So when you feel a sexual arousal, all you do is simple. You think the sexual energy you take the sexual energy into the bladder, and suddenly you feel, hey, I put something in a bag and it hold. That's all. Now, when you put the sexual energy in, so it combine together, it double again. It double the power. Because this is two double an organ. All these things they make, and when you use this energy moving around again, it double and triple and quadruple the energy for you. It's very important. Okay?